So I kind of became my own scientific experiment, I guess you could say. I like to kind of mess around in different ways. So like example of like with say like Jeff Oxley in Max Q, he would be like back here. I'd try to figure out where he's resonating. There was 3 children in the land of da da da. Way back here, he'd be resonating back here. And then I'd kind of mess around a little bit, like with Shelley's Suite of Ambiance. You found out where she's at. And then from there, I would like to kind of, all right, well, where do I like to resonate a lot? So then I realized I like to resonate right here. So kind of like, tomorrow's another day. I guess I could turn this way. Kind of like where my headband would sit. That's where I liked my sound to go. And then from there, then I joined the rich tone chorus. And you know, with the name, they go right here. So everything has to be right out your nose, you know. Tomorrow's another day. Do you hear the difference a little bit? That's just right out your nose. That's where they are. So with that, I started thinking also like, okay, well, there has to be like a pattern in that way. So hilariously, so Dale Syverson ends up coming with kind of like the same procedure. If you guys have seen, I know a lot of her classes, and she'll talk about level 1, level 2, level 3, or you know, when she does any education seminars, you know, that kind of stuff. And I was like, what is she talking about? And then I finally figured it out. So with me today is my little Betty Lou here. I was like, I'm a visual person. She does look kind of creepy, doesn't she? I guess we could just add a little earring and then some eyelashes. There we go. Is that better? Here we go. All right. So I broke it down into also what she talks about too. So back here, I'll go over here so you can see. All right. So we're going to go back here is going to be level 1. So back here is your back head space. If you can see that all right. Your level 2 is going to be right where your headband sits between your ear in there. And then your level 3 is what Dale calls it for that rich tone sound, is going to be in the front of your forehead, out your eyes type area. Does that make sense? Oh, I'm sorry, it's backwards. Kind of makes sense there. So mark back on. So for fun, let's just define that backspace, and we all know what backspace is, but still, you know, it's going to be say, hello, how are you today? Right, so you feel that back Julia Child space, right? So it's going to be like a level 1. So you can say, just sing for now. The hills are alive. Go ahead, sing. Right, even further back. The hills are alive. So it's behind your ears, right? So then we're going to move the sound to the right level 2. It's going to be right between like your ear to like the back of your eyes area, kind of like where your headband would sit. So exercise that I always give people the credit who I stole it from. So Dave Calland would say, hi. So say hi. And then hi again. Hi. So what you're doing is you're moving that hi right to this thing. So right in that center of that level 2. So say hi again. Hi. Now sing, the hills are alive. And then sing, hills are alive. You feel that how the backspace went from here, so from level 1 to level 2. So just by saying, I've done it with your chorus a couple times when I was there, you just say hi, hi, over and over. So like Barb would be like, hi, and the chorus will say hi. So we're moving that backspace from here to here. So we're kind of all unified right there. So then the fun part, level 3, this is where, oh yeah, so it's also like when people say, you know, you've had coaches say, all right, put your hands up, now sing in front of your hands. So what they're saying in translation is we're all resonating back here and we need to be resonating here. They're trying to move the sound up. Right, so yeah, so sing, the hills are alive, put that sound in front of your hands. So all they're doing is moving the sound to here. That makes sense? So we're moving it forward. So then the front right here is that Edith Bunker sound, right? Achie! So go ahead and say it. Achie! Yeah, good job saying it to your face. Yeah, and your guys' husbands are like, what is going on over there? So, right? So say it again. Achie! Like really in your face. Yeah. So that is going to be where you're going to be. That level 3 is going to be right here. So you've got the Julia Child. You've got the, I don't want to call that one, just a hi right there. And then you got the Achie, really, really Shelley Sweet ambiance, whoever it be, Christina Aguilera or whoever else is bright sometimes will be resonating right here. So let's see. So with that, where am I, my notes? Okay, so the level 3 is the hardest to come out, you know, for us to get out right there. So so repeat after me. I'll get you, my pretty. That's what Peggy Graham does that. So I'll get you, my pretty. Go ahead. Right, yeah, even more forward than that. I'll get you, my pretty. It has to be right in your nose so you get that vibration right there. That's going to be that. So with that, also what comes there is that, so that's when the coaches used to say, sing out your eyes, sing through your eyes. And what would happen is that we actually had that happen with like Sherry Bradley was in the Bozeman chorus. So then the coach in front was like, sing out your eyes. Well, I'm singing out my eyes. I'm singing out my eyes, you know, and the more you perform, your eyes got bigger and bigger, right? So what they're doing with the sing through your eyes is a coach is trying to take your sound from here and move it here. So move it straight off your hard palate out here. Is that making sense? Right. So let's see. So for fun.
Oh, I'm sorry. So is that what we want? Yeah. Do we want number 3?
Yes, there we go. Thanks. This is hard without any interaction.
Okay. So we want, that's our goal, is to everybody
right.
sing number 3.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. And so you want, because right now, like, you know, the singing used to be kind of further back here and like, say like Rumors Quartet or, you know, other choruses. And so now the sound is traveling forward. The sound is moving this way with the choruses. And so like a lot of times we will sing, you know, in that a lot of coaches will bring us into that level 2 space because it's easy to match those two up. So yeah, our goal is to bring the sound from here straight out there, but it's just a breakdown of what they're saying is, okay, we're resonating here, but to get to that, you know, B- level or whatever it would be, we need to get to 3. So we need to go this way. So a lot, some of the issues that I've been noticing that's happening is the more forward that we're singing, we're losing that space. So, you know, you can hear that with some of the choruses, like, you know, it's kind of like somebody had taken, you know, you're listening to a great sound system, but then somebody turned off the subwoofer or something like that. So now you just got this bright treble speakers coming at you, which is great. But in a lot of the quartets are sounding like that these days. You know, like GQ is a good quartet, but they're just right in your face, you know, and it's like you're kind of missing that subwoofer sound a little bit. So that's what so with the rich tones, we were getting more forward and forward and forward. And so when I started working on them with the warm-ups, is that that's what with the basses, when I talk about, you know, we got to keep that sound coming this way, because so we keep that subwoofer sound, because the sound is moving forward, but we got to keep that high, that type of thing. Any questions so far, I guess? Anyway, I guess you're all muted, right? So any questions, Barb? Are you all right? Okay.
I have to unmute myself. I don't really have any questions.
Okay, everybody. All right.
You answered the one I had.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Right, so, yeah.
Hi. So I'm from the Southeast, if you can't tell by my accent. And of course, I grew up on country music, which a lot of times can get very nasally. And some people mistake the nasal for twang. And it's not the same thing, and I understand that. But with, you're talking about trying to get your sound to come out here, what is the danger with that of actually sounding like Sarah Nettles?
I love it. Right. So like, yeah, I can already hear you're right here. Yeah. So so sometimes since you're already so far forward, you almost want to come back the opposite way a little bit. So like you, and then you can hear like how Barb talks, she's already right here, and I'm further back here. So you want to kind of shift your sound back just a little bit and think of how high your space can go this way. So Yeah, because the danger that can happen is that you keep getting so far forward and closed down that the sound is just going to sound like a pinch sound. So you want to actually kind of try to keep your space going straight up this way. But yeah, because you're already so far forward. Does that help at all?
Yes.
All right.
And Natalie,
Oh, you're a
can I
guest.
introduce
Fantastic.
you? Yeah, to Brandy. She is a guest. We haven't done
Hi.
a lot of barbershop education with her, so you're doing a great job. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Well, welcome. That's great. Sweatlins will change your life. They're awesome. They're great. So it's a great sisterhood you have here too. All right. So for example, let's see. So I was working on like the level 3, so we can all feel that placement. You know, so like also with tenors, you know, so we have them forward doing that exercise, but sometimes we think that we're doing that knee exercise, but our higher tenors kind of still are here going, you know, so if we have the whole chorus going this way, we have to get them out this way of resonating and right out your nose. It's almost like you're blowing boogers out, like we've talked about, you know, it's right in your face. So, let's see. Let's do like, so just for fun, singing in the far backspace right here. When the red robin comes bopping along. You guys all know the song, right? So just sing that for fun. When the red robin comes bopping along. You feel that dark space, right? So now we're gonna move the sound a little bit more forward. So just say hi, and again hi. When the red robin comes bopping along. Do you feel that space moving up a little bit? So that's where we are, right? So now we're right here. So now here is the hard part, getting here. So now we're gonna just do it on knee. Knee, 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 knee. Yeah, even more forward. Knee, like knee, 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 knee. Go ahead and do that. Knee, 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 knee. Even brighter. Yeah, see Linda's head's doing that too, because you feel it. So one more time. Now sing, when the red robin comes bopping along. Yeah, so it's hard to keep it in that level 3 placement, it's called. But that's the goal, is we're moving our sound this way. And so we should be buzzing right here. Let's see. And then also what comes with that too is the fun bubbling exercises. We always love to bubble, don't we? So with bubbling, so what the coaches are doing whenever they say, you know, all right, we need to bubble to get there, or the director is, your sound right now, the coach or the director is hearing your sound in level 1 and level 2. You know, so when the red robin comes bopping along, wherever it's going to be, they're hearing it here. So whenever we bubble, they're trying to move it to your level 3 position. So when it comes to the bubbling part, a lot of us go. So when I'm bubbling like that, where am I resonating? Yeah, Sharon. Yeah. So I'm way back here. You can hear it, right? So if I tighten up a little bit, you can kind of hear I'm moving the sound to here. And then if I go really bright, I'm a little itchy now. I go lips. So the sound should be red robin comes bopping along. Hear how much more forward it is. So let's do our fabulous bubbling exercises that we always love to do, right? About air. So just for fun, just bubble like normal. If I can do it. So you're gonna bubble like that. So now we're back here. So also the key is just tighten your lips a little bit. If you've ever played like a musical instrument, just kind of tighten up the embouchure. Who hasn't played an instrument before? Anybody? Okay, so Brandy and then Diane. Well, yeah. So with that, I thought about this.
I don't think piano counts.
I mean, you could. Right. So what you want to do is kind of give me your plastic surgery lips of Joan Rivers or something. Just kind of tighten a little bit. Yeah, just tighten a little bit so you have a little of that firmness, and then then bubble that way. Yeah, is that easier? So a little bit. So when you're doing that, tighten that lip a little bit. then you're moving that sound further forward in there. So go back to your normal, just really loose lips. And you can just feel how much air is just escaping and that sound is still staying right here. So when you tighten that embouchure just a little bit, your little plastic surgery, do it again. Now sing Red, Red Robin. Red, Red Robin comes bobbing along. So doing that, so we have to bubble correctly to tighten there to bring the sound this way. And even the more brighter, vigorously that you do, your sound is to come to that level 3 position is where we need to be for that unified sound to come forward. Let's see. So let's see, any questions so far? Is it making sense? Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Okay, so all right, so let's mess around a little bit more. So we're going to start, let's see, we're going to start back here. So we're going to start back at that, that ho back here. So that beginning of Spiata line, do we know that? In the evening when I sit alone a-dreaming. So just that much. You can already hear with the vowels and everything how they affect. So for fun, so singing that back space, just like we just did. And here we go. In the evening as I sit alone a-dreaming. You feel how back that is? Okay, so now we're going to move it right here. In the evening, so right there, since we're back there, you can just say, hi, say it again, hi, hi, hi. And so it can't be hi, it's got to be hi, like Hugh Jackman just walked in the room. Hi, hey, right? Somebody cute, Sam Elliott, hi, right? So he just came in. So hi, here we go in the evening as I sit alone a-dreaming. So that right there, that sound is right where you would wear a headband above your ears, not there. All right, so now the fun part, we got to get to that level 3. It's just like you got to jump off that cliff. You got to get on the other side. So we're going to sing that line, but do it really, say, I don't get you, my pretty. Go ahead. My pretty. Right, even more. I don't get you, my pretty. Even most annoying, like, what's the girl from the Charlie Chocolate Factory, you know, the blue hair girl, like how she would say it, I want it now, right? So get you, my pretty. It has to be right and the most annoying. Your pets will forgive you later, whatever you're doing right now. So, all right. So I don't get you, my pretty. Say it. I don't get you, my pretty. And then in the evening as I sit alone a-dreaming. Do you feel that difference? So it needs to be coming right out your nose. Because what happens is we go, I don't get you, my pretty. In the evening, we go back. So you have to keep moving forward. And so like you'll see a lot of chorus members too, because we do the visual thing, right? Of in the evening, as I sit alone, you can do that. Just keep your sound, whatever visual is going to keep you out there. Or just do a lot of nee, just right out your nose. That's where that feels. So do that knee. Here we go. Nee. So do you feel that vibration right there? So that's going to be, yeah. So example for like Barb and then Brandy, you guys need to be, since you're already right there, you're going to tilt it back just a skosh. Nee. You're going to add more of that hi there, hi. Because the more further that you're going to go, you're going to be nee when I sit alone. You know, that's an extreme. But so since you're already there, yeah. So if you already know, sometimes if kind of like, you know, if you just maybe you're in the bathroom and just listen to your own singing, you know, or decide where you want to resonate. That's kind of the biggest thing for me is like, where am I going to resonate? So like, yeah, Brandy and Barb, since you're already here, you're going to tilt back a little bit. So because, you know, sometimes you'll have coaches or choruses that are, or chorus directors that are going to be like, more forward, you know, sing forward, or vocal coach, something like that. And they're not sometimes talking to you, you know, so we have that happens sometimes, because then that happened actually to my sister in the Rich Tones. She had a good setup of of here. But then she thought, you know, that she had coaches come in for the coach of the chorus, and she was getting bored and bored and bored. And next thing you know, it was tomorrow's another day. I hope and pray. It was really, really, really forward. So when she's too far forward, and then she had to take about 3 years to pull that sound back to kind of where, you know, where Glenna resonates, kind of back there. So it just, you know, so you can go too far forward and you got to tilt that back up. So so Brandy, if you were to join the chorus and Barb's like more forward, you're going to be aware of that to tilt it back just a little bit. Does that make sense for everybody like that? Let's see, what else was I going to do? But yeah, so that's like exercises you can do is just any song, even like, you know, in your warm-ups, to get to that level 3 space. Sorry, my little Betty Lou here. So just to keep you, because what we're doing is we're moving that sound forward, and we're going to be, you know, because people are like, sing out through your eyes. Well, you can't physically obviously do that, but they're just trying to get that sound to bounce off your hard palate, is where we're taking that sound and coming straight out your nose to resonate in here, is what we're trying to do. So so one more time on the in the evenings, but we're gonna go nee, 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 nee. Go ahead and nee, 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 nee. So you can kind of hear it. So you hear how it's hard to do that because we're back here a little bit. So try that again of I'll get you my pretty. Go ahead. I'll get you my pretty. Even more forward. I'll get you my pretty. So do you feel where that needs to be on there? So for fun, pull it back. I'll get you my pretty. Go ahead. Right. So you kind of feel where it's, I'll get you my pretty. And now all the way forward. I'll get you my pretty. So that's where that needs to be. One more time. I'll get you my pretty. Now, in the evening, as I sit alone, a dreaming. So in that, you hear that dream goes, dreaming, right? So sometimes our vowels will go dream instead of dreaming. So just every day, like, you know, take a 5-minute exercise and just nee, 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 or whatever it's going to be. And then, so do some knees to get you forward. And then also, you know, and then, so you can do the knees and then do, 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 la, 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 whatever's going to keep training to get that forward on there. So does that help on an explanation of where, you know, because sometimes, you know, I've had that too, and we know, and okay, good, I'm glad. Yeah, because sometimes you just need that breakdown, because yeah, so Dale Syverson would talk, she's like, you know, some classes, you know, okay, well, right now you're in level 2, level 3. I'm like, what does that mean? You know, it's some secret language, but so that's what they mean. And then whenever you hear coaches talk, hey, more bright, more forward sound is coming into level 3. Forward sound is coming out this way. So yeah, so the good news, like, you guys are already resonating right here, but then whenever a coach asks you to bubble, that means they're hearing the backspace. So get out of level 1, go to 2, and then go to 3. So does that make sense? Good breakdown. Yay, cool.
That's great. So that's our goal, number 3.
Yeah, level 3. Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's important that we all approach it together and we all are in the same number of resonance, right? If we have half the chorus in 2 and then half in 3,
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
going to
So then you'll
very
hear
unified.
that radio fuzz sometimes, like, well, it's not together. Why? It's because some people are still on that level 1 or 2, you know. Yeah, so that's why we bring that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So getting to that level 3. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I must say, so getting to that level 3, it's not going to happen overnight. It's an uncomfortable place to be at first, because you're so used. I was so used to resonating right here. This is my space. This is my home. Oh, I have to redecorate in the attic now. Or, you know, it's like you have to move and get used to that new space. And a lot of that too is vigorous bubbling too. So, you know, tightening those lips instead of just, you know, just like you know, it has to be the air of a tire releasing, getting that tightness of the lips, or else if you're bubbling, it's not doing anything except for spitting all over our keyboard.
I never heard of that before. The tightening of the lips, bubbling
Yeah.
to get to the forward sound.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And I started, paying attention to that too, like in the rich tones when I first joined too, because I'd kind of tighten my lips a little bit, but then you start hearing the sound too. If everybody just kind of, well, they hate bubbling because everything's flapping around, so, you can already hear, yeah. So kind of tighten your lips a little bit, like a little embouchure, and, that's where it should be. All but that bubbling should be focused right here and coming out.
Tightening my lips, I can bubble better. I'm not just spurting it, it's going in a straight flow.
Right. That's good. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. I'm like, how can you explain, if somebody's never played an instrument, just kind of, I started looking at, I don't know if I got the idea someday when I saw somebody with plastic surgery. I don't know if it was Lindsay Lohan, I don't know what it was, but I was like, and then just start, so whatever it would be. Yeah. And I saw Amber down there too. Yeah. So, we've seen this over the goalposts over the years too.
Yeah.
And, holding it together, but just kind of do a little firmness and then just play around, and one of the first things to do is, on your own, where are you resonating? You just pay attention to where are you resonating. When you go to sing any like Barbara Streisand song or anything that's on the radio, where are you resonating? You back here, or here? Or if you're already naturally, here, I'm going to chorus, so I'm going to start focusing on sound that's going to bring me here. So like when I would I like to resonate here, roughly, that's my home base. But when I would go to rich tones on the way there, I would purposely sing with like somebody who's brighter, who's really, really, really bright. So like, say like the ambiance quartet or who else is bright? Like some of the pop singers, or whatever singer that you would like to start thinking, so because then when you get there, then whoever warms up your chorus has a less harder job because you're already focused on where you're going to. I'm going to resonate here tonight, here tonight, here tonight, or on the way. So rather than, does that make sense?
Okay.
So, all right.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And one more thing I just want to say is, in this time where we're all separated, you have to keep singing. You have to keep singing every day, make yourself sing, and it's like, we always, kind of warm up. Okay, well, I'm just doing a couple exercises. Just kind of remember, like, your voice is kind of like a muscle in your body. If you're, training for track or the mile, even though they're separate, but it's you have to keep it going because we're getting older. And so the more we don't sing, our range is going to shorten a little bit. So keep singing. You're in the car running to the grocery store, turn on your favorite song or your whatever it is on your phone and load it up and sing. So because like if you hear somebody like Mariah Carey recently, she hasn't sang in a long time and you can hear it. She doesn't have the high range anymore. And so just keep singing. You have to force yourself to keep singing to keep your musical instrument alive for when we come together next. So,
okay, great advice.
Yeah. So.
I'm writing it down. Singing.
Yes, keep singing. You got to force yourself, create a habit, create time for it. It's just like when we were a band or something like that, or we were in the bowling league, whatever it was. You've got to keep practicing and keep singing. So anyway, all right. Well, hope that made sense to you guys, and hope you learned some. And it's great to see all of you, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Thank you again, and stick around. We're done at 8 if you want to stick around, or feel free to leave, whatever you
all right, sounds good. I'll hang out.
Okay, so now next on our agenda is the talent show, which is supposed to be Linda, right?
Our talent tonight is Linda Wolf.
Where is she? Oh, you're muted.
Okay. Fortunately, Joan reminded me this afternoon because I